How's it going, YouTube? 8 Losses Bro, DT's here. This is another weekly deck profile. This week we're actually going to be working on a deck that is in my top 3 favorites. I have loved this deck for so long. I used to play it in the Teledad format before I started going to regionals. Back when Cold Wave was at 3, I played this deck. Loved it. Very fast. Sadly, it is slowed down just a little too much. Cannot compete, but it was still a fun week. I had fun at locals on Tuesday playing with it. I lost almost every single game. I think I beat the Shadal player game 1, and that's because he'd never played Shadals before. He was borrowing somebody's deck. Sigh. But what can you say? 6 Samurais, they're not good. I made some changes to the deck to see if I could make it more competitive. In order to get Beast and Barkion out on the field faster, so that I could shut down Cliff Forts and also stun back row heavy decks like Burning Abyss. Unfortunately, I failed in my mission, and the changes that I made I probably shouldn't have made, but I like to experiment, I like to try things. So, anything to add, Pompoko? Alright, so let's get started with this awesome deck profile of 6 Samurais. Alright, so let's get into this. You're going to see right away that I make some really weird changes that people probably aren't going to like. And I'll kind of explain why, but let's get started. So, right off the bat, I play 3 Kagemusha of the 6 Samurai for obvious reasons. He's your tuner, he's also Earth, make Beast Barkion plays. It's a great card. If your opponent targets something, a 6 Samurai, you can change the target to him if it's a legal target. Play 3 Kageki when he's normal summon, special summon a level 4 or lower 6 Samurai from your hand. Really good with Kagemusha to make Shien. Other than that, he's not that useful in the deck. I also used him to make Armades a few times. Play 3 Kizans. If you have another 6 Samurai, you get to special summon him straight from the hand. He's also Earth, so Kagemusha plus him makes Barkion. It's just a good card. Play 2 Elders. If your opponent controls a monster and you do not, you get a special summon him from the hand. Level 3 Earth. Once again, it's another good card to kind of get into Beast and Barkion plays. Then I play 1 original 6 Samurai Aru. I think he's the only non-legendary 6 Samurai monster I play in this deck. I only put him in here because of the Shadal matchup. I wanted to be able to pop their cards without flipping them. I also play 1 legendary 6 Samurai Anishi. He's just there to bounce cards. He does actual nothing for the synchro summoning aspect of the deck. Because I took out the Sheen Squire, so I don't have any level 1 warrior tuners in the deck. Okay, so the next 2 cards are the ones that people are probably going to not understand right away. I played 1 Psychic Jumper and 1 Recover. He's a level 1 Earth Tuner and a level 2 Earth Tuner. And the reason I put these in here is, for obvious reasons, I play Emergency Teleport to special summon them onto the field, so I can summon legendary 6 Samurai Kizan, and then Emergency Teleport into Recover, make a Beast, E-Tele to Psychic Jumper to make a Barkion. My thought process was, if I could get Beast on the field, I can stop them from abusing Shadal Fusion if I have an extra deck monster on the field. And if I had Barkion, I could stop them from, going off with all that. Stop Tool with Beast, things like that. Unfortunately, none of that mattered because I ended up losing to flip effects most of the time. I just didn't have an answer for flip effect monsters, or just monster effects in general. I played 1 Neospatian Grand Mole. He's a level 3 Earth, so he didn't really take away any of the efficiency of getting Beast or Barkion out. He is a great tech choice because of bouncing Shadal Fusion monsters and also bouncing Burning Abyss Xyz monsters. Although Burning Abyss isn't hurt as much by Grand Mole. He's just a good card. There's a lot of Yang Zing players at our locals, and Grand Mole also helps against them. Then I play, that's all for monsters. Then I play Triple Rhoda Triple Chain, Smoke Signal. They technically do the same thing. Rhoda's slightly better. They both recruit, which is why I have such a low monster count. I think it was like 16 or something like that. Because I play 6 search cards, I shorten the monster count a little bit. I play 3 Forbidden Chalice. I choose Chalice over Breakthrough Skill and Effect Failure now. Just simple flip effects. I don't like flip effects. Dragon. Unfortunately, somebody ran Worms, and Worm Yagen is a nasty card that does the same exact thing as Dragon. I also played 2 Forbidden Lance to protect from spells and traps, because those are everywhere now. In hindsight, probably didn't need the Forbidden Lance. Could have put in 2 cards, 2 other cards that could have helped the consistency of the deck instead. Played 2 MSTs. This format is just too big on back row. It's also really big in Cliff Forts coming out of the woodwork. You want to be able to MST that tool. I play the 3rd in the side deck, obviously. 2 E-Tellies that we already talked about to get the Recover and the Psychic Jumper out on the field. Play 1 Raigeki. Card's just a really good card to clear the field. In this deck, because they run out of resources too fast, it wasn't that useful to clear the field. It was more useful to rebuild resources. And my last spell is Soul Charge, just to bring back a bunch of monsters and spam the field. Now you may notice I didn't play any of the 6 Samurai spells. I'll go through them. I took out Cunning of the 6 Samurai just because I played a lot of monsters that weren't 6 Samurais, and I wanted to replace Cunnings with other cards such as Forbidden Lance for protection or E-Telly to help speed. I took out the Asceticisms just because if you don't have a legal target, it's a dead draw, and I hate dead draws. I wanted to cut down on those as much as possible. Took out Sheen's Dojo because it was too slow. I also took out 6 Samurai United because unless you get it first turn, it's a completely wasted card in your deck. If you end up drawing it your 3rd or 4th turn, then you have not enough 6 Samurais to get 2 counters. It's going to get blown up, or you're just going to have to 0, or even -1 if they MST it. It's just not a good card anymore. So I took it out to see if I could replace it with anything faster, and ended up not finding anything good to replace it with. For traps, I run 2 Battle Guard Howling. It's a good card for warrior decks. I was running late to locals, and I'm like, I need another card to put in here, so I decided on this. Unfortunately, I got MST'd all 5 times that I said it, which was really aggravating. But what can you do? Play 2 wiretaps for traps in case I can't get the Barkion out. It's nice to have wiretap face down to protect Beast. And then 1 Solemn Warning, obvious reasons. 1 Compulse, best card this format. And then, because of Burning Abyss and Shadal's, 1 Soul Drain. So that is all for the main deck. Like I said, weird choices, putting in Psychics and taking out 6 Samurai Uniteds. I'm sure a lot of people are like, why would you do that? Why are you so stupid? Right? But I wanted to try something out. In my opinion, 6 Samurai United is not quite as useful as it used to be. It used to be, it doesn't matter if it was turn 3 or 4, you had plays. Because of Monster Reborn, you could always bring back something, Grandmaster. There's always ways to get 2 counters on it, and now it's harder to manage your resources because everything's getting blown up so fast. Alright, so let's move on. We're going to go on to our extra deck next, where I play 1 Barkion surrounded by 2 Beasts. Like I said, these are the main cards I was looking to get out. I wanted to get these out so I could shut down back row. And of course, I ended up getting poopied on by monster effects. So that is what I call irony. I played 1 Armades. He's a good level 5 synchro that can get through Shadal flip effects. Can also keep dimensional prisons at bay, things like that. I don't know what else to say. I don't play Catastor, and I really wish I would have taken out one of the beasts for a Catastor. What can you do? Play 1 Black Rose Dragon, clear the field. 1 Goyo Guardian to steal monsters. If my Barkion gets destroyed, then he's my backup, level 6. played one legendary Six Samurai Xian. He is the boss of the deck, although he is less powerful than Beast or Barkia in this format, because nobody just plays one spell, they play 3 or 4. One Leo, Guardian, or the Keeper of the Sacred Tree, can't be targeted during any phase except the main phase 2. 3100 beat stick, never once got him out. Just this deck has a horrible time getting level 10s out. I play one X-Saber Invoker, Kageki plus Elder to make him, then bring out a Kizan for bigger plays. I play one 101, 101 too good. Play one Gaga Cowboy, Cowboy steals games. And then I play the Excalibur and the Blade Armor Ninja. The 2 Warrior staple Xyz, rank 4 Xyz. Really good, double attack 2200 and double his attack to 4000. So both are really good. Castell to bounce cards because Castell is just amazing. And then of course Ragnazero because I love Ragnazero. And he's really good if you can make rank 4s, which this deck struggles. It's more about synchro summoning, so probably should have added more synchro monsters, to be honest. I'll go over my side deck really quick just to kind of explain what I tried and what you shouldn't try if you want to attempt to build 6 Samurai Psychics and make them good. The one MST, the third one, the Twister, double Spell Shattering Arrows, these were all for Fire Fist / Cliff Forts, mostly Cliff Forts. The double Overworked, I sided this against Agents, and he took out the Mystic Shine Ball engine or something. I just didn't see the Mystic Shine Ball engine, so it didn't even matter. Different Dimension Gown. This is for Shadol's and Burning Abyss. Not so much Burning Abyss because they need to detach, and this doesn't get rid of detached materials. Triple Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because screw Shadol's and screw Burning Abyss. I hate them both a lot. Double Mispolymerization. It is a free compulse for fusion monsters. It's very conditional. However, since Shadol's, for the most part, fusion summon like crazy, Mispolymerization is just a really good card to surprise your opponent with. And then double Mask of Restrict for Cliff Forts, and also the random Monarch deck that I have to deal with once in a while. So there you have it, my 6 Samurai build. Like I said, one of my favorite decks. Some problems that I had that I'm going to work on if I ever decide to play 6 Samurais again is resource management, because the deck has horrible management of resources. It burns through resources way too quickly, and that makes it hard to get plays off. Some things to work out. I think that's actually the only problem that 6 Samurais have, is they just don't have good resource management. You have to burn through 3 cards to get out one synchro monster, and then that one synchro monster, it's protected from one side of the spectrum, but not the other 2, the monster effects and the spell or trap, depending on which one you bring out. So it's really hard to spend 3 resources for only one protection, not the other 2, and not fall behind in card economy. You minus a lot in that deck, and that's bad for the current game, because we see Cliff Forts who plus 3, or Burning Abyss that can plus amazing. That's a real number, by the way. Anyways, DT's here, signing out. Next week, we are going to look at my second favorite deck. I decided to go up the list 3, 2, 1. Second favorite deck ever. And it's a good deck. Stars this little guy right here. So, yes. What do you think about that, Baby Raccoon Pound Poko? So be on the lookout for DT's Critter deck next week. Have a great week.